The Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio is a really innovative product that you can not only use as a laptop or a tablet, but also as a canvas if you're an architect or a graphic designer. And it could have been a perfect product, but like every other company, Microsoft also intentionally left some loopholes in the product that just makes it so hard to recommend to someone. Hey, what's up everybody? So Microsoft has recently announced their latest Surface lineup, and one of the products that they've announced is the Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio, which is their most powerful laptop ever. And the reason is it contains an NVIDIA RTX 3050 Ti inside it. If you're aware of the previous Surface laptop generations, they never really had the real estate nor the capability to actually afford such a powerful GPU. It also packs an 11th gen Intel Core i7 processor. It's a quad-core processor, but it's a high-performance one. So it's an 11000H processor. In terms of display, it has a 14-inch Pixel Sense, which is a touch-based display, and it supports up to 120 Hz frame rate, which is really awesome. Most of the products that Microsoft has announced this year, they have a really high frame rate, 90 Hz or 120 Hz. Now, in terms of the RAM and the storage, you can spec it up to 32 gigabytes of RAM and 2 terabyte of SSD, and the bottom panel is totally intakes. And it makes sense because you have an NVIDIA RTX 3050 running inside, so you have to do anything that is possible to keep it cool. Now, when it comes to ports, finally it has a Thunderbolt 4 port as well. So it contains Thunderbolt 4 ports, it contains a Surface connector port, and it contains your headphone jack as well. It does not have an SD card slot, and I'm going to talk about that part later as well. And Microsoft is claiming that this is a product that is going to be useful for every user category. So if you're from development side, it's going to be good for you. If you're an architect or a designer, this is the laptop for you. If you're a businessman or even if you're a content creator, this is the laptop for all of you. But then Microsoft did some things with this laptop that just totally negates this whole claim. So let me start with the first one, the CPU. Now, for an NVIDIA RTX 3050 Ti, you have packed it with a quad-core 11th gen Intel processor. The thing is, first of all, I don't understand why companies are not accepting the fact that AMD is making far more superior processors in terms of power efficiency and performance than Intel. If we had an AMD Ryzen processor with the NVIDIA RTX inside this laptop, it would have been a badass combination. Okay, even if we are going with the Intel processor, at least put some more cores. At least it should be a 6-core processor, because if you're a developer, you need more CPU cores. If you're an editor or a designer or a creator, you still need more CPU cores as well. There are some programs, some tasks that will get help from the NVIDIA RTX, but there are still some processes right now that strictly use the CPU cores. So if there were more number of CPU cores, it would have been better. But I don't know what they have done. The second thing is the SD card slot. Listen, companies, Microsoft, Apple, everybody, for content creators, we need an SD card slot. Period. There should be an SD card slot in the device. We should never have to use dongle. And in the Microsoft case, you have put the Thunderbolt 4 ports anyway, so why do we need the Surface connector? Just to remove that shit and put an SD card slot. Because seriously, if you think about it, Microsoft has done everything right. They have the perfect keyboard, they have the perfect trackpad, the perfect display. Now they have the perfect form factor as well. If they had just put these two things, an AMD Ryzen processor with the more number of cores and an SD card slot, it would have been a perfect laptop for the creators as well as developers. Because right now, it's becoming really hard for me to recommend it to a developer. Because there are still, like, if you're not developing a machine learning program, then you're still gonna use the CPU cores. And we only have 4 cores. And if you're a content creator, an SD card slot is seriously compulsory. So right now it's kind of hard to, recommend. All right, that's all for today.